Hello guys and welcome back to another deck profile video on my YouTube channel. My name is Abra and I got a very special guest today. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Thomas. I won the One Piece regional in Bordeaux with my new leader. It was really a nice weekend. Part one. I met a lot of really good players during the Swiss one, and obviously the top cut. And I'm going to explain it a little bit more with the deck. I have it's a bit better than it used to be during the live stream. Pimp it a little bit. Or we can start. We can start with the main card of the deck. I think it's Saturn. The best card because it helps you obtain all your pieces, and it's 2 cards in one with your leader effect, because you can trash it and draw one more card. It's really an interesting card too, because you can put the 4 other cards in the bottom deck, and you can cycle really easily in Emo deck. And in the late game, you're going to see the card in the exact order you put it in it, put it back into the deck. So I think it's a really interesting card. It's a 5k2 that's going to help you in the start of the game to maintain some pressure against some matchup. Against some other matchups, you're going to get the 2 card in one value at the same turn, like in the Zoro matchup, but we're going to talk a bit more about the matchup after.
Yeah.
Then we got the second MVP of the deck. We got Wakuri. He got another value in some other points like Saturn. It's 4 cost 2 for 5k. But if you have 7 cards in your trash, it's a blocker at the same time, and when you block, you can draw a card. So it's really interesting card. It can give you a lot of tempo in the deck if you want to block early, but by putting Saturn, Wakuri, sorry. You can do it. If you want to put it more in the late game by using your surge effects, you can do it too. It's really one of the greatest cards of the deck as well.
It is, absolutely.
Then we have Mars. Really great too, because it's the second blocker of the deck, so it helps you getting a lot of momentum. But you have the only ability to crash 1 card from your hand on KO 5 cost. On the basis of what is the game now, 5 cost is maybe one of the best costs you can KO, because you touch the 4 and the 5 cost that can be played by your opponent on all the meta deck played. 5 cards or less card, so you can get a lot of value from Mars during mid game, and then after playing it again with your 5 other effect. Then we have Zoro, another really great card, an MVP. Like all the others, the 5 elder are all really great in some kind of way. Zoro is a rush card that can do -2 in 2k to another character. It's really interesting during the mid game to get some value and try to remove card really easily, because you're getting -2k to the card. And it's really interesting too, because you have rush, so it can give you a free extra attack during the mid and the late game, depending of the matchup. So it's really a great card. Then we have Jupiter. He's nothing alone, but with all the other holder, he is really great. If you have 10 cards or more in your trash, he gives all the other holder on himself 7k base power. So it gives you a big advantage in a lot of matchups to go aggressively in the late game, and in the mid game in some matchups you're going to play it to get extra value of all the few characters you played a bit before, like Saturn, Mercury, Mars, and Zoro. So the 5-elder themselves are really great, but they really become better with the 5-elder card, 10 cost, with an activate main effect. So leader is him, who you can rest when you're done, trash one card, and trash this character on all the other, and play one of each 5-elder on your board. At a certain point of the game, you're just playing each 5-elder, but you have some other line of play that's really interesting. With this card, it's really great. It's a core deck, core of the deck. The card you try in the late game to have with like Saturn or other Churcher. Like Churcher, like Shalia. On play effects, you can look the top 3 cards of your deck. You can select one Celestial Dragon, put it in your hand, and then you trash one card from your hand on the other card that you locked. It's really great because it's a card that can look at 4 cards at the same time, because you can look at 3 and then trash it with your leader to do 1 card. It just shift the leader ability to see 1 extra card. It's not really a 4 in 1, more a 3 in 1, but it's really an interesting card to see a bit more of your deck, complete all the pieces you will need to play your 5-elder from the trash with your 10 cost. So it's really one of the core cards of the deck, and it's a 1k counter, so it's really valuable in some part of the game. We're going to keep this card for a bit more after, because I really like it. We have the Mirror Guard, one of the 2k counter with Jupiter. We played 10 of them in the deck list. I'm not sure for the moment if it's a sweet spot or if it's like 11 of them. For the moment, what I played in Bordeaux was 4 Jupiter, 2 Mirror Guard, and the 4 extra card. We're going to talk a bit later. I played 2 Cincholos, 2. A blocker that trash 1 card from the top of your deck. It's a cheap blocker that helps you in the early game to block big number attack or block anything. You can just put it in the early game and take value on it a bit later. And trash 1 card from the top of the deck. It's really helpful because it helps you go to 7, because all of you elder have a special effect on 7 card in trash. They can't be removed by effects, so it's really valuable against a lot of different deck. After this, we have the spell. We have another Searcher with Charlia and Saturn. Quite a similar one of Charlia. You look at the top 3, take a Celestial Dragon, put it in your hand, and it had the same effect on a trigger effect. It helps you a lot because sometimes you take a life. It's a 5-elder at your service. You can just have a free charge. It's really great. Then we have the defensive tools. One after all, this year I'm losing my edge. A really great card because you can give plus 1k power to one of your leader or character. And then if you have 10 cards in your trash, you can get 1 card with a cost of 3 or less in your hand. It's really great with the special card right here. And it's like, sometimes it can be a 3k event counter. And some of the time it can be just 1k. You're taking back a 2k and you can put in your trash another 1k. And at the same time, you're just using a 2k at this moment and convert a 1k to a 2k. So it's really a good event. The only downside of it is that you can't church it with your churcher, like AbrarKrasnici and Charlie and Saturn. But if you do it, you can manage a lot of things. The other culture events are the World Equilibrium and the Never Exist. The World Equilibrium is really great. It's why I put 3. some lists play too. But I really like it because it's a free event. It ups the number of events you can charge with your 12 charger. And in some matchup, you really need to have more events, like in the 8th matchup, where the key win condition is Roger. And talk about it a bit later. And you have another really good effect that can happen. It can be useful sometime. You can rest 5 additional dawn by playing this, and you can KO a 6 cost. It can be really interesting in the ace matchup to KO like a Jozu or Yamato if you struggle with it, or if you don't want to attack with it because he is inferior with a neutral. You can open some position by playing the effect, and it's a really great one. The only thing is you can only control with your leader with it on 3k, so it's not as polyvalent as Never Exist. That open you the ability to get 4k on anything, a character or a leader, and main effect that helps you to KO a 7 cost stage. Because Imu playing a 7 cost stage, we have the Empty Throne that have 2 effects. On your turn, if you have 19 card, you get plus 1k. And you can rest this stage on 3 of your dawn and play a character with a cost less or equal to the number of dawn you have on your field. So the Never Exist can KO the Empty Throne, so you don't play it in the mirror because it's the only counter you can see. You played another stage, you play the Marriages. The cost of all your Celestial Dragon cost 1 less in the mirroring in some additional matchup. And the last few cards is 2k. It's Geoise, a card I really loved in this deck because it can help you get some value by taking off 1 card from your opponent deck, end, and you can put 2 cards from your trash back into the bottom deck. I use it in like in the final game of the final. On a such a turn I play it. It's really one of my favorite cards of the deck. It's why I played 4 of it, and after all this year has like a 5th copy of it, because you can grab back Hiroshi if you trash like all of them with your Sanchalia or your 5 Elder at your service. Yeah. So it's all the deck. We're playing like 10 2k counter, 8 events. It's really a defensive deck that could go aggressive on certain line, but you try to defend as much as possible, take the most value on every turn, on every single interaction, until the moment you played the 5 Elder that give you so much value that you can come back from your last turn. Like if you have 3 cards in hand, you can start growing by chaining 5 Elder. It's really one of the best deck I've ever played. Like with all the effects and the interaction, you have so much thing to do with it, and each matchup is really different, and it's more different when you're going first or second. You have a lot of advantage by playing second, because you can play the 5 Elder on your 5th turn, even if you have the Empty Throne on the Marriages. It's quite the same, but it's really a great card.
It is, absolutely.
So, talking about all the matchup, the first one is one I saw the most during my Swiss. It's Zoro. I faced 3 of them during the 2nd round, 3rd round, and 8th round. It's really a particular matchup you're playing against Zoro, because it's really aggressive. You're going to try to develop his board as fast as possible, and you'd really try to interact with his board as fast as possible too. limiting the number of attacks you will get because it can change a lot the face of the game. Obviously, you're in an advance if you go second, but if you still go first, it's manageable. In this matchup, you're going to play the empty throne because you don't fear the never exist because Zoro don't play black card and I can't play it. You won't attack any life of Zoro until the 10th turn and maybe sometime a bit later after it because you want to take all the extra value of your 5 Elder and try to remove as much ball as possible of Zoro's, so he can only attack with his leader with an event that can restand it. It's most of the time what you're going to play, or the Deadman game to rest your blocker or your extra done that can help you play event. But arriving in the late game, when you play your first 5 Elder, if you have 2 or 3 life, you're in a really, really good spot. The key turn you want to play with Zoro is quite interesting because of the leader effect. You don't want to play a blocker alone during the matchup. You want to play blocker by 2. So most of the time, if you're going to start to play like a Mars or a Valkyrie, you're going to, with your empty turn, you're going to play like a Charlos, or if you play Mars with the empty turn, you're going to play Valkyrie, so that if he rests one of them with like a Tashigi or another event, you're going to attack on it, and you can block with the other card. It's the way to get the most value of it. Sometimes you won't attack, like if he rests your Valkyrie, you won't attack the Valkyrie, you won't block with Mars, because the next turn, Valkyrie going to go up, and you're going to have the ability to block with both of them at the same time and counter all the effects. So it's really interesting to play this. Obviously, if you can't manage to play like Mars on an empty throne with Valkyrie or a Shallows, you're just going to trash it with your leader effect to get an extra value on your card and go a bit more deeper into your deck. You will do exactly the same with Saturn on the few early turn because it helps you for an extra card, choosing the card you want, and you don't need to keep it because obviously Zoro going to rest it with like a Tashigi, and you lose an extra value of the card. The matchup is really interesting because you will play to get the more value on each turn by blocking or not blocking, by charging with your Saturn or crush it until you can arrive at the 10th turn and just play your 5 Elder. Sometimes you can get extra value like on a Noshiro, because you can do minus 2k to like a Tashigi, so it's become a 5k, and it helps you giving extra value on your 5k leader, because as said, we try to starve as much as possible the matchup, so Zoro don't get extra card, and you're taking as much card as possible into his hand until he don't have any of them, and he won't be able to protect his board. Will really help in the mid game and the late game, because with his ability to do minus 2k, you can get extra value of everything on your board. Obviously, like other card, a lot of time after attacking with it and doing minus 2k to a card, you will just crush it to get an extra value and draw back your card that you played right now. So all the Wielder are really interesting in the matchup. The less interesting of them, it's probably Jupiter. It become relevant only at 10th turn, because by trashing all your Elder, you won't be interested about playing Jupiter just to give 2k additional power to all your Elder. So most of the time it's just going to be 2k control to help you during the mid game to go in the late game.
So my question would be the turn on 4 Don. If you go second against Zoro, you are playing the Saturn. You search and then just use lead ability to KO him to have that extra card, because you probably think that he will have a Tashigi and try to get rid of Saturn. So you always have to use lead ability on 4 Don if you are playing a Saturn?
I think so. It's what I did in all my game, and I think it's really relevant. Because there is no point keeping Saturn, because a lot of Zoro characters are going to be 6k and 7k, and you don't need the extra pressure you will get to by attacking with Saturn, because you don't want to attack the wife. So in any case, he's just going to swing with his leader on it. It's going to cost nothing to him. But to you, it can be an extra card, and more than an extra card, it can help you going more and more into your deck by sacking it. So you get an additional card by playing Saturn and just sacrifice it right after. Sometimes you don't going to do it, but it's more in the mid game or the late game, because you will playing Saturn with an additional card, and you will start to have a few more board, or you won't want to sack it. In some points you have too much break in your hand. Sometimes you just want to take up some break to not trash Saturn. It's really dependent of situation. Imu is quite the type of leader that don't have really the same line every time. You have the line, and in this line you have some subline, and in this subline you have some subline. Like really playing a chess opening, playing Imu against a lot of different matchup. So it's what's really interesting.
Yeah, that's why I love this deck so much. It's really like
me too.
Because of this, it's just so much fun to play and also looks so nice. What is your favorite altered version of the 5 Elders? Which one do you like the most?
I don't know. I don't have them since a lot of time because I didn't have them during this tournament. But I keep looking at them since I have them. I think I love Nuju.
Yeah.
It's really great. But all of them are really nice. I love Saturn too, because you can really see the style art of GGK.
Absolutely.
All of them are really nice, and they are really nice when you just after you do your 5 elder and you put them in this exact order.
The best order: 7, 6, 6, 4, 4.
Yeah, 4, 4, 6, 6, 6, 7. You can do in another way, like this, doing what we can call the castle. 6, 4, 7, 4, 6. But it's not really relevant about how you're playing the deck, but same in any order you want. I can just say that it can help you put them in the same order, because when you're playing, you sometimes forgot, what elder did I play? Because that's base rarity, they're quite the same height, some of them. So just putting them in the same order every time going to help you just figuring things around like you play, and if you have all of them, or the trigger, the unplay effect you will have. So it's why I always put them in this order, except some particular time when I forget.
It does make sense. I can completely understand it, and it's also something for the new players that wanted to start playing One Piece card game. If you want to play Imu, try to also do stuff like this, so you will not forget any ability, just to mark yourself how you want to play the 5 elders out, so you know, okay, I have to do this first and this and so on. Definitely very smart, so good point there. That could be very important.
The other thing is I always put the coin after using my leader effect. I always put my trash like this to know exactly how much card I have. Like if I am at 7, 10, or 19, the free sweet spot of my leader.
Yeah.
I couldn't do this during the final, and it didn't help me because I missed count at a certain point the number of cards in my trash. And I couldn't get the additional power of my stage to my leader. So sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to have this type of thing, because when you don't have them, you will be a bit impacted. But most of the time, it's going to help you be fearless about your any impactful thought. How can I say it? You're going to just focus on the important line, and don't on not the question like, do I have the 5 elder in trash? Do I have my number of cards in my trash? Do I use my leader effect? We have a lot of decisions to make with this deck, and the less you have to think, the more precise we can be.
Absolutely right. You still had some more Swiss games. I see you've also faced a Lim in round 7. How was this matchup against Lim?
Really stressful, because Lim applied a lot of pressure. At the end of the game, I was at 0 life with really few cards in hand. So it was really a close game. He opened really well, and it was a really good player. I already saw him back in the Lyon regional. This matchup is really interesting because, like Zoro, you won't attack life for 2 reasons. The first one is you want your opponent to have as less card as possible, so that the moment you're going to attack his board, he will counter on having less card in hand, and at such a point he won't have any board. But the second reason is because after resolving a 10 cost and attacking all his board, you don't have any card in hand, and you can just take all the 4 life in the same turn. It's what happened in the 7-1. If you can survive, you can let the turn right after. So it's really dependent of a lot of few things. There is a lot of key card in this matchup. One of them is Mars, because his ability is to KO every 5 cost is really great, because they had obviously a lot of 5 cost. The important thing to do is sometimes to don't KO the Sanji of OP13 that played now in some deck list. You prefer to KO all the Odyssey card because of Mihawk that can withstand it. So Sanji can be withstand, and all the other card can be. So you will probably take more extra swing, more 7 swing with the Sanji, but you will negate a bit more of the Mihawk ability. Other key card will be New Zoro, because all his characters are going to be 6k. So put them at 4k, it's asking to a 2k counter every time you're going to swing with it. So it's really a nice and important card in the matchup. Obviously, Saturn, as usual, the card that's going to touch all the other missing elders. And sometimes New Zero Jupiter can be helpful to swing on the board if you maintain a board state, but it's really occasional. Like said in the Zoro matchup, you try to contest the board as possible, and Jupiter become relevant at the moment you have your 5 elder and you use your effects. It's really stressful too, because he played as a Deadman game that can rest a 2 blocker. So even in the late game, after resolving a 5 elder, 2 blocker is sometimes not enough. So you will play the same turn as Zoro, as playing against Zoro. At that end, cost turn, you're going to play 5 Elder, activate your effect, play the 5 other Elder, and at this moment, you're going to try to use the ability of Nurture World to remove as much board as possible, the Mars ability too, getting an extra count of Saturn. And after this, sometime, if you don't have any board, you're going to just sack Nurture World with your leader effect, or you're going to play another blocker like Warcury, so that if you have the Deadman game resting your 2 blocker, obviously going to use a 2 Warcury because they give you some extra value. You can still block with Mars, and with display, you're only using 4 done by the 5 Elder, 4 more extra done with Warcury, and you still have 2 done up to play a defensive event. So at the end of the day, you're building a gigantic wall that's really hard to pass for your opponents. Not impossible to pass because Limb deck can be really, really aggressive. But by getting all the value you can with all the single card in the deck, it can be manageable. It's not the favored matchup of Emu, but you can manage it with a lot of difficulty, but you can survive.
Yeah, good coaching there. Free coaching for you guys. Yeah, very good explanation there versus Slim. One more question about the matchup, first or second for Emu against Slim?
Against him, second, because he's in a good spot in first turn. But if you're going first, you're delaying your 5 Elder. On the moment, you're going to get an extra defensive tool and an extra removing tool with all your other card. So second is really great. During my first one, I couldn't be second. I was first. Really, really difficult. But it's a bit easier going second, I think.
It is indeed.
I didn't play a lot of the matchup, so maybe it's some other player of Emu won't be agreed with this, but I think it's easier when you arrive the closest to your 10 cost.
Is there any matchup that where you have to go first, or do you think Emu, by the power of the deck, always want to go second?
I think there is no reason going first. Because I said a lot of your matchup resolve about the tempo momentum of your 5 Elder and getting value of your 5 character you're going to play at this moment. The 2 extra blocker and the card you're going to get from Saturn on from the block of Warcury. And then you're going to do 7k swing, so you get a lot of momentum from just this single card. And by going first, you're delaying 1 turn your 5 Elder, and I think there is no reason going first. If you win the dice roll, you will go second all the time, I think.
Yeah, definitely makes sense. So your Swiss rounds, you only faced Emu, Zoro, and Aces, and then had 1 Limb. At the end, you was X2, and you lost 2 games versus Ace because you had to go first. Is the matchup so hard to go first against Ace?
I was 7-2.
7-2, I was wrong. Sorry.
It wasn't. Yeah, no problem. I think it wasn't that hard. A few of this game where the 2 game I lost, I think by doing some better decision, I could have maybe won it, but it's a maybe. So as usual, last game I was exhausted and I did a really bad play at the late game. I don't know what the game would have looked like if I didn't did that play, but maybe I would have catch it. The 4 round, I faced an Ace and he played back-to-back 4 block build. So it was really a gigantic wall to go deep in. But I think there was option to survive. Emu is really a deck that open you so much decision that sometimes you're just going to throw some game by doing the bad decision. I saw it by rewatching the semi-finals and the finals. I think I did some play that could be improved, and I think it's what's going to be really interesting about this deck. It's putting it in some really good player and like Wan Wong that proved again this weekend and the weekend again that's it wasn't the world champion for nothing. And a player like Geoise that's a really good player, and some other exceptional one. All the micro decision and the small interaction can level up the deck. So I think I could have done maybe a bit better in the Swiss. Still learning to play the deck. I didn't master it for the moment.
Yeah, it's also 1 week into OP13, so very fresh with OP13, but you still was managed to win the tournament, and you have 1 month to practice for Bandai Card Fest, because this is the most interesting one.
Yeah, I think Bandai Card Fest is going to be really interesting with all the player improve all their play and mastering the decks they're going to choose and play. All this really good player too, because you did a qualification to go in it. So I think Bandai Card Fest is going to be really interesting. I really look to improve for this event as much as possible.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really interesting.
Absolutely, but I think you are on a good way for it with a regional win on your back, and then top 16. Day 2, you was managed to make it. What was your end place after Swiss?
Can you repeat, please?
Which place do you was after Swiss?
I was at the 11th position first, but I think there was a reroll and I was back to the 12th position in the top 16. It was not really great. I really dislike it because I wasn't able to choose to go second as much as I would have wanted to. So all my game was a bit more harder, because playing Emu and going second is not like you're going to win 100% of the game, but going second it's a bit more advantage, and if you're going first against some matchup like aces, you're going to have more difficulty with it. So it was really hard during the top cut to play. I just have the chance to do one mirror where I have the ability to choose to go second during the top 8. So I won the first time when I played second. He won his game when I played second, and I won my game when I played second. I still think the Emu mirror is really a bit more deep than we think. I think there is a lot more line that can be improved in the matchup than the traditional way of just playing your as much force cost as possible, as we saw in the semi-final, and then playing a Jupiter to 7-7-7-7 with only board. I think there is a bit more sublime, but I did not have for the moment practice to say it as confident as I would say. But I will try to find some other interesting line. Could have played better like in my semi-final plays too. Some mistake during my mirror that could have make me more value or less value to my opponent. Maybe my opponent could have played some other play too. I'm not sure for the moment. Don't know. But it's really a more complicated matchup than we think. The player that goes second won't win every time, and the player that goes first won't lose every time too. It's really dependent of a lot of factor and a lot of line and so are really interesting.
Absolutely. I really enjoyed casting the mirror match. I know a lot of people are not a fan of mirror match in general, and I can understand that. Mirror matches are a little bit weird, but I'm a big fan of emo mirror match because I think you have to play there completely different than in every other matchup, especially if you have to go first and if your opponent is seeing very good curve like on 6 double Saturn, on 4 Saturn. It's pretty rough, I know, but we saw it on stream. You can still win by going first. I also won 2 locals, mirror match double, and I had to go first, and I'm still was managed to win, but it's only local. You won just the whole regional, so it's it's really amazing. I'm a big fan of the mirror match, and I think we will see more great mirror matches in Bandai Card Fest for sure. And yeah, as you show mirror match, you have to play that 1-cost stage.
Yeah, you have to play the 1-cost stage, and it changed a lot of things in your way of playing. Because when you go first, you can on your freedom turn just play a Saturn or a Valkyrie if you don't have Saturn. But obviously Saturn is a really good play. And you can chaining 4 cost on like the 6 down turn by playing 2. You can play your 6 turn card on your 5 down turn, like you can play New Zoro to get an extra swing or doing -2. Okay. It's not really a good line to play Nezuro on this specific turn, but I think it can be interesting in some mirror the turn right after, depending on the position on what you played. The game is really a game of micro value you can get, like to get as much board as possible, to get as much swing as possible, and taking the end of your opponent as low as possible and keeping yours as much as you can. Most of the time, your events won't be as useful as they are in other matchups, because by playing the 1-cost event, you will just be able on your 10 turn to play the 5 elder and activate the effect if you want to activate it. And you won't have the occasion to keep some turn open to play events. But during the mid game, there is few occasions where event can be useful. You can see it in the summer funnel, because it gives you the ability for 1 card to counter any elder that's been boosted by Jupiter. So it's 1 card in, it's a 2 card in 1 for just 1 done. But most of the time you're just going to crush it because it's a break, and it won't help a lot during all your other matches.
Yeah.
Some interesting line you can play in this matchup is parking the 5 elder. We saw it in the summer funnel. My opponent just parked an elder and didn't activate his effect. I won't say it's the best play. It was a really nice play from my opponent during the summer finals, because we know each other deck list. You know, I didn't play Stussy in my deck, and I knew he didn't play it too. Most of emo player now start stopping playing Stussy. I think it's a bad card in the deck. It's too dependent. The time you see it, it can be really nice, but you have to see it, you can't charge it, and you need the setup to play it. Yeah. But you have some other card that you can play on your 9 down turn that can help you. In this specific situation, parking 5 elder is great because you can't remove it with Sushi, and it means that you can still keep the value of all the elder you played and the Jupiter you played the through right before, until your opponent will remove everything because you need to survive the game. You need to remove as much possible attacks to your opponent leader and maintain a certain amount of pressure on opponent life at the same time. So it makes the matchup really, really interesting by all these small decisions, all the few cards that can be helpful in the matchup. I really like Charlos too. It's really nice because on Geoise you can play it just for one cost, so it's the same ability as your defensive event. But at the same time, you can just play it in the early game, and it can become relevant in the mid game when your opponent going to play a Jupiter, because it's going to be a 2 card in one, because you won't have to rush a 2k counter on a 1k at the same time. So the matchup is really interesting. I first won Emu during the Swiss. Going first, and then one Emu in the top 8 and the semi-final in the top 4. It was a really interesting game. We saw what happened during best of 3 match, where the third game go to time. It was a really different type of playing, because both me and my opponent didn't think at any point about playing the 10 cost, because we perfectly knew we won't arrive at the 10 turn. Not because we slow played, just because we had so less time with the time taking of the Emu mirror, that I think we didn't even go to the 9 turn, maybe. I can't remember.
I think
so.
I think so.
Yeah, it ended up on the 9 turn. So it was interesting to play it. I don't know if it's a type of situation that's going to happen a lot, but maybe in some top cut mirror it can be relevant. Yeah. But I think at the end it's really dependent of a lot of key factor, and playing with the time is not like playing with playing a normal game. When you arrive to time, you start being more stressful, and it's harder to take a good decision. It happened to me a lot of time in earlier region to arrive to time and miss some good plays on last game, where I could have went by playing some other play because of the stress of the time. And the only way to get better in this type of situation is to leave it and to experience as much as possible. And that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think in general, pressure is something that you really have to deal with, but that's something you will learn by time, definitely. And yeah, like you said, especially the Emo Mirror in Top Cut. Normally, we will not see 3 games Emo Mirror in Top Cut, so that's something that should be normal. It's like Blue Doflamingo was also the same. Most of the time, it was only one game, because it's always bounce, and so on. And with Emo, yeah, especially in the late game, who see more 10 drop, who has the key turn with the defense. So yeah, definitely a very, very interesting one. And yeah, at the end, Geoise managed to win the whole regional by nearly only facing Emu, Zoro, and Aces. Only that one limb. All other matchups was the top 3 leaders, we can say. So one more question I definitely got for you. How do you feel after regional win, especially in your own country?
At first, the regional win mean a lot for me, because I played card game like time 7. I started with Yu-Gi-Oh! And I played Magic, the Gathering, and a lot of different card games during all my life. It was always my big hobbies. I can remember when I was like 14, watching stream of big Magic tournament and seeing all these great players playing during this game. So when I grew a bit and start doing my first regional 2 days ago. Winning the regional, I was like something I would never believe. If it you say to me a few years ago, I would win a regional, I wouldn't believe it. And doing it in my own country was a main factor of the fact I'm only doing regional in my country for the moment, because it's easier to play in your country, because you pay a bit less to travel and everything.
Exactly.
And maybe with a first win, I will be able with the cash prize to play a bit more in some other country. Düsseldorf going to be the first time I'm going to play out of France.
Oh, nice.
But winning the regional is, it takes me some time to believe it. Like 5 hours after we start taking the road back from Bordeaux to Marseille, my own place, we stop at a gas station, had a cigarette, and watching the light far away, and just think about my young self watching all these Magic player on Twitch, or back in the day, other thing, and I was just seeing me playing at this time, and it was really a big emotion. And being with my teammate at this moment was really a huge shout out to them for all the weekend. Playing with your friend and going to an event is really a big thing, because they are a big support at any time when you have a foul, or when you have a difficult match, you lose, or if you are with your friend, you can really outcome this and try to be better time after. And I think I wouldn't have managed this without my three friends that they did the road with me, Mehdi, Sami, and Isan. And even more, I shout out to my local game store and all the people that was sending me message on Discord and following me on my run on the semi and final on Twitch. All these people being beside me helped me a lot during this moment. It was really, I think maybe the best weekend of my life.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think we can all agree by saying a regional win, or just a huge step to play a tournament like the finals, where you get your invite, your first serial or something like this, is very, very nice, especially if you have all your friends behind you and so on. It's definitely a dream that we all think of as TCG players, and to go on the big stages is the best thing, especially for Bandai Cardfest finals. So I think the community and also me, we wish you the best of luck there. Yeah, two people out of this tournament have to represent Europe. One of them is already, or two of them, Angelo and Kevin, they are already got their invite for the World Championship. And two more, I think, or three, I'm not quite sure.
I think it's three.
Yeah, I think it's three, you're right. So yeah, it will be amazing. 1 month, and then we have the biggest card game fest that we had for Bandai, especially the LCQ with 3,000 players, and then finals. Oh, it's going to be amazing. I'm super hyped, and you will be part of it by playing this tournament. Normally I ask my the people I do a deck profile with what deck they are going to play, but I will not ask you that, because it's pretty clear that you will play Emu. Yeah, makes sense. I think it is, or it should be, the best deck in this format. But that's something we can discuss the next time. Guys, if you have any questions left, write it down in the comment section. We will take care of it as always. Thomas, thank you for your time. Really nice deck profile, also good explanation. I hope that we can help some new players or some emo players being better with this deck profile. So definitely leave a like, leave also a follow on this YouTube channel and on Thomas' Twitter. Link is down in the description. Check it out. Leave a follow, say hello, and yeah, guys, just thank you for watching, and see you next time. Goodbye.